Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Fulton, and this is my Advocacy in Action presentation. Let's get started. To start, the advocacy area of interest I am advocating for is women in third world countries and breaking out of the cycle of poverty. I started my advocacy plan by doing some research on my topic. I found I have the advocacy characteristic of being a good listener, which has been helpful throughout my advocacy plan. And I also found that there are root causes that speak to the issues that create the human needs that come from poverty. And because this, there are different barriers that keep people from getting out of the cycle, giving us different opportunities to be advocates. Through my research, I also had the realization of in our communities and other countries how we come together and alongside each other during the disasters like the hurricanes or the Maui fires, and organizations like Red Cross and Resources, or even volunteers support and advocate for the community and their needs. I want to advocate for the same passion and urgency during the time outside of the disasters for adults living this daily. My personal narrative was being a woman and providing for yourself and family can be demanding tasks when also being stuck in a cycle of poverty. More than half the world's extreme poor live in Africa, and there are currently women in countries like Kenya who live this reality daily. I had the chance to be vulnerable and meet some of these women, and I allowed myself to feel the weight of their experiences. Poverty leaves these women and their families at risk because isolation causes them to travel far for work, and this poses the risk of being exposed or exploited to human trafficking, all in effort just to simply survive. Every Life is the nonprofit I chose to partner with. They are a nonprofit that comes alongside those in Malindi, Kenya, providing support and opportunities to break out of the cycle of poverty through different things like malaria, HIV prevention, lack of job skills are just some of the things that prevent the people of Malindi from succeeding and thriving. Through also the teams that visit Kenya and partnering with locals, Every Life is able to meet the needs of the community in Kenya and bring hope. For my interview, I had the incredible opportunity to interview Brenda Caker, who is an active leader in advocacy, and she models the behavior of advocacy through the different roles and responsibilities she has within her organization that she's the director and founder of. She's motivated by the people she advocates for, as well as the people she advocates to by creating opportunities to let others' voices be heard. For my objectives going forward from here, I wanted to create a platform or host an event where I could share about Every Life and the impact they're making in Kenya, and also have the opportunity to, just like the organization does, share the stories of the people they are empowering in Malindi, Kenya. Some of my targets were to educate others on the reality of women in third countries living in poverty, share with others the work that organizations like Every Life are doing to advocate for these women, share and provide opportunities how others may become advocates and get involved. The only opponents I thought of that I could see would be those who think we should be focusing on people in our own country and community instead of those in other countries. My key message is I have a desire to share their stories to the people who may never get the chance to hear or know this harsh reality, and I want others to experience the same inspiration I felt and passion to stand for women in poverty. I had two actionable items. The first was an event I hosted on April 19th to share a presentation about the nonprofit and all the work they're doing in Kenya. And my second actionable item was to post an event survey. At the end of the presentation, there was a QR code for all attendees to scan the link to the survey. All 12 attendees were able to fill out the survey, and I was able to get some helpful data. And from my data, you can see that all my attendees enjoyed learning about my organization that I partner with, and also see what the previous knowledge was that they had around women in poverty in third world countries. I also gave them an opportunity if they'd like to be advocates and how they would like to be advocates. As you can see from the data, it was a great opportunity to share about the people in Kenya and the organization. I'm hoping people will be interested in volunteering and going to Kenya someday. Throughout this course, I've created an advocacy plan, and now that I'm towards the end of my plan, I'm able to share all the work and information I have with Brenda and Every Life. I know from my interview with Brenda that's important to share stories of the people in Malindi, Kenya, and as you can see from the data, it was a great opportunity to share about the people in Kenya and the organization. I'm hoping people will be interested in going to Kenya someday, And I know the organization will just be happy for the opportunity for people to hear their stories they share. They will get a copy of the presentation as well as the data that will be collected from the post-event survey. And I'm hoping this will be another very useful way they can share about the organization. All in all, I'm a better advocate, and I'm excited to see what the future holds as I continue to advocate